Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first buyer webinar. We are very happy to have you here join us today for this session about the Mawared MENA.
We don't hear you, Ahmed.
I'm unmuted. Okay.
Yeah.
For now?
All good. Yeah, all good.
Okay. So we can start? Okay. So we welcome everyone. Good morning, guys, whatever you attending and joining from the region or from beyond. We so lucky and we happy to have you join us today for this session about the Mawared MENA platform. It is designated to discuss more the features for the buyer side, and we appreciate your time and effort and interest. So the first thing we're gonna speak about, if we can go to the next slide, Junior. So the objectives of this is just to provide a general understanding of the Mawared MENA, which is a dedicated NGO market assessment technology, can help the NGOs within the MENA region to operate their own RFQs, RFPs, RFIs, and tender. So in the agenda, we're gonna introduce what Mawared MENA about, how to do the market assessment, and how our technology works. Then we will have a short Q&A sessions if there is anyone interested to post their questions. Feel free during any time during the session to put your questions in the Q&A. So what is Mawared MENA? So mainly Mawared MENA, think about it, it's a free multilingual e-procurement platform. It's designed to connect the buyers like you with trusted, vetted suppliers across the humanitarian and development sectors in the MENA region. So Mawared MENA gonna help you boost your needs, compare offers, manage procurement more and sourcing more transparently and efficiently all in one place. So you can have from the request going forward, build your own items within the platform, then what so-called from our side as a solutions, then you can add it to the request, launch a tender or a RFQ or a quick quotation, and then from there you can receive the quotations and use the AI tools to do a fast comparative analysis. And again, all of this is free of a charge because it's covered from a donor side. Next slide, please, Yuna. So how we support local sourcing. So for your side, for the buyer side, we help to harmonize the process. So the compliant procedures with the donor regulations, we can help you have all that the different teams can follow it in different countries. And you can run efficient, fast, simple market assessment, RFQs, and tender. And there is some advanced features like pooled procurement, multi-team environment, knowledge sharing can help us. For the supplier side, it helps also the suppliers to showing their own product, having it into the platform itself. Then it also build these relationships and rapports between the NGOs themselves and the buyers that can help. Then also it can provide a sense of transparency for the local suppliers when they know, for example, when they participated in a closed envelope or tender, that it's a fair process for everyone who's participating in that. But also for the suppliers, we have a dedicated team who can help into the capacity building for them how to work with NGOs. Next slide, Julia. So why join Mawared MENA? So broaden your supplier network. We're speaking back to when we talked about the knowledge sharing. So you have access to your own vetted suppliers within the system, but also we can have the different suppliers within the different buyers network. They can be added to the portal. So you can get benefit from these already having suppliers who having the knowledge working with the different organization. Streamline the procurement life cycle. If you have a different project within the region, you can have a one harmonized process that all the project teams can help, which is one point I want to discuss here. This will not be against any procurement or sourcing regulation that your own organization have. This is complement any system or regulation you have in place. Then we ensure full compliance because we're looking at the different donor regulation. We can have a customized templates and questionnaire added for your own needs, and then make sure that anything within your donor regulation being addressed and you following that. Also automate the repetitive tasks. So you're creating the items or the solutions for one time, but the next time that you need them, you just go to your own catalog and select them and add them to your request. And it's a multi-language support, so we're removing the barrier, the language barrier for the local vendors, so they can, for example, put their codes in Arabic and they can check the tender or the RFQ in Arabic while it can get automated, translated into English. Next slide, Julia. So this is how our tender dashboard look like. So when from the supplier side, when they have the option to respond to this one, so they can check the tenders which is in the public area and they can respond to it with a quotation, or if it's a market assessment, just providing their source code response. And from the other side, if it's a quick quotation or a direct invitation, it will also hit their emails. They're gonna receive a notification in their emails that a buyer organization invited them to quote on something. Next, Julia. So with this one, I'm gonna hand it to my colleague Theodora. She's our procurement expert.
Thank you, Ahmad, for the introduction and the presentation of the platform. I will take over and give you a brief understanding of what opportunities do the Mawared platform bring to you as NGOs. So you may want to look at it as an efficient six-step approach that we are also supporting you through. Step one is about having efficient cross-team collaboration under one centralized account. So you obtain this by having a personalized account with multiple users. Okay, back, please. Yeah. Okay. Step two is about a clear definition of your need. So you see here that you do this by creating and defining your basket, description, and use case. Step three is about accurately defining the requirements so that you make sure you get accurate bids from supplier. Step four is about properly and efficiently defining your procedure, and also expand your supplier reach by sharing this with additional supplier networks. In step four, you can through the platform add both existing suppliers, so trusted suppliers that are already in the network, but also you are able to onboard new suppliers with our support, of course. Step six is about bid summary review capacity through the platform, and also running clarification Q&A sessions also through the same platform, both commercially and technically. And ultimately, step seven is about the decision-making process. So Mawared MENA platform allows you to make both informed but also objective decisions based on the defined criteria. And what's also important is that it's documenting in real time with timestamps all the decision making that you're doing. Next, please. All right. So this is what it looks like when you are setting up and customizing your account. This is, you see here that there is pretty basic information that's required for a quick check of your organization. So the information is like address, registration reference, and company email. So it's not a lot of the process is not complex or too complicated for you. It takes literally seconds. Next, please. As I was mentioning, also part of the customization and part of the cross-team collaboration function that the platform allows. You see here that you can add as many members as you want, and also properly define your company, your organization profile, and also add any additional relevant information to increase your visibility and ensure and maximize supplier interaction. Next, please. All right, and this is what it looks like when you want to define your needs. So let's consider you have a new purchasing request. You can start by creating a new basket, and you can easily define, starting from this point onwards, the items that you need. You can use, we have a series of templates that you can use and easily, so that you easily define your request. We have the possibility of customizing and editing the items, so you don't have to create everything from scratch. You can already build on what is existing in the catalog. And once you have defined all these information, then you can make your request public and start and just wait for the quotation from suppliers network. In this part, you can see that there are already defined forms, both for suppliers and both for the organization, that you can fully customize, make them as simple or as complex as you want. These forms that are readily available on our platform are making your job really easy into quickly making sure that you properly collect all the relevant information for your request, for your purchasing request, so that you make sure you maximize the number of relevant quotation that you will get. The procedure will be, the moment the procedure will be public, it will contain a series of essential information that suppliers will be able to quickly see and guide through. Apart from the description, procedure description, items list, deadline of the procedure, and all the public requests that you will have as an organization are also advertised on our tender dashboard. The procedures are of different types. You can have either public or restricted procedures. You can have local or international procedure, depending on the nature of and the character of your request. This also allows you to properly define and pre-validate the supplier base you want to consider. You see here a series of public procedures from the dashboard, and also with the status, the type of geographical coverage, details, etc. Next, please. Okay, and here you see the functionality of adding both trusted suppliers, so suppliers who are already vetted for on our platform, but also you have the possibility of onboarding new suppliers. The closed sealed envelopes option is also a very interesting one, because it ensures that you have objective decision making and you are impartial in your choosing the winner, the winning suppliers. Next, please. All right. Now the part that is also, yeah, a bit, this is a bit technical, but very essential for audit and compliance of the procedures. So as I was mentioning earlier, part of step 6 is the effective bid summary and evaluation of the bids, which happens at the end, towards the end of each procedure. So the platform has the capacity of not only doing a thorough comparison, both commercially and technically, but also it can store all the documentation with proper timestamps and history of the bids and the tender relevant documents. Moreover, towards the end of each procedure, we have a series of AI reports that can generate essential bid comparisons from the suppliers who participated. So you see here some snapshots and what it looks like. Next, please. The audit compliant feature that the platform is offering you is through making informed and objective decision making. And whether the procedure is closing with a purchase order, a contract, a long-term agreement, or whether if it's a market assessment, Mawared MENA platform is giving you all the tools and more to make sure that you have all you need in order to ensure efficient and compliant end-to-end process. Okay, this was my part. I tried to summarize what is the platform bringing to you, and now I will give some time for a Q&A session. Yeah, feel free to put your questions in the Q&A chat part, and we will do our best to support with this.
We can see the first question. I think this question is for Rana. Rana is our compliance and supplier engagement expert. Question is about the due diligence process for suppliers on the platform. Would you take this, Rana, please?
Yes. Thank you, Julia. Hi, everybody. To go through our due diligence process, at Mawared MENA, we apply a standardized due diligence process to ensure that all suppliers and buyers are legitimate, transparent, and compliant. So our due diligence process is multi-tiered, and we start with doing an entity registration check, where we start by confirming that the organization or the supplier is legally registered and is authorized to operate in the country. What we look for is commercial registration or trade licenses, tax IDs, or sector-specific licenses. We search official registries, verify the names and the addresses and ID numbers, and cross-check any tax or VAT info if needed. The second step is that we do sanctions and terrorism watch list check, where we make sure the company isn't listed on any international sanctions or terrorism related lists. We search using exact legal names across OFAC, UN, EU sanctions list. And if there's a match, we verify carefully before flagging any issues. And the third step is that we do a beneficial ownership check, where we ask who really owns the company. This is more specific for buyers. We require a signed declaration showing individuals with 25% or more ownership, including their nationality and control status. This helps us flag any hidden risks or undisclosed relationships. And for the final step, we do the adverse media and politically exposed persons check, where we check for red flags in the media or any political exposure. We check open sanctions for any politically exposed persons, and we also go through the internet to see if there are any fraud, corruption, or legal issues tied to the company or its leadership. All of these checks are then logged in on our systems with the relevant comments, results, and documentations to ensure the transparency and consistency across the platform. Yeah, and that's for our due diligence process.
Thanks, Rana. Next question, I think for Ahmad, it's very sensitive. Who owns the data on the platform? Which organization upload all the information? Who owns the data? It's for you, Ahmad.
Sure, Julia. So the data is owned by the buyer organization themselves, which meanwhile we're increasing the knowledge sharing on different parts of the process. When it comes to receiving the quotations and evaluating them, it's only owned by the buyer himself, and nobody else have an access to it.
And the last one that I can see for now, is it free to participate for buyers organizations, and who is paying for this?
So yes, it's free of charge to participate. However, this is not a free technology worldwide, but in the MENA region, it's covered by humanitarian actors and donors organization to allow it free of charge for the buyers and suppliers side. So there is no cost associated with this.
I can't see any new questions for now, so we can wait for several more seconds and you can close, I think, Ahmad.
Sure. Okay, no more question. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today. We hope this session gave you a clear picture of how Mawared MENA can support your sourcing within the region and how to run easier, faster, and more transparent procedures. If you have any follow-up questions or need support getting started, our team is always here to help. We look forward to seeing you on the platform and working together to strengthen local sourcing across the region. Have a great day, and thank you again for being with us. Bye.